guys, thank you for clicking to my channel. Today we are going to do this look right here. It's pretty simple, kind of everyday look for me. The eyeshadow might be a little bit more than I would do, but it's pretty basic. So if you want to know how I got here, please keep on watching. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. So we are just gonna do a quick little makeup while we just talk about, you know, just different stuff or whatever pops into my mind, and we'll go from there. Hydration, I'm really thirsty, so let's drink some water. It's been really hot in Houston lately, like hot, humid. If you're from Houston, you know it is disgusting outside, and I'm filming with like trying to film with much natural light as possible, but it's so ugly outside right now, guys. I hate it. Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna do, what am I gonna do? I don't know if I want to do color. I'm so basic. I don't know. I'm gonna stick to just I got this new palette. I went to Ulta because I don't know if the malls are open yet, and I hate buying makeup online, and I didn't really see any cute palettes. I didn't see any cute palettes, and I'm a little bit afraid of color. And I like my neutral, so I just kind of got this KKW classic eyeshadow palette. I really love the colors, and I've been seeing it for a while. Oh, sorry, the glare's from the outside. I've been seeing it for a while, but I've been apprehensive about getting it. I don't know why, but it's really pretty colors. I think we're gonna play with this one, and I love playing with a new palette, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I think we're just gonna use this one. I'm so scared. Maybe I'll use like the shade You're Calling My Name. So we'll see how that goes. First of all, what I'm gonna do, I like to moisturize my face. Even though I'm oily, sometimes I get really dry around my nose. So I'll grab like any kind of moisturizer. Sometimes I'll use my Clinique like ID, or other times I'll use my Pond's skincare. I'll just reach for the Clinique one. And I don't know, my head, especially around my, like right here, where I'm super oily around my nose, but especially around this area around my nose, it's been really. Next, I'm trying to figure out what foundation I'm gonna wear. I think I will do, I'm between my Fenty Beauty foundation or Maybelline. Nah, it doesn't matter. We'll use this one. If it doesn't match, we'll bronze the face. Really hard. Okay, so how's everybody doing? How are we holding up with, you know, Corona and everything? I know a lot of people have been home for months, and everybody's getting a little anxious. I've been home. I've been trying to stay safe, you know. I've been trying to stay at home as much as possible. There are moments when I do have to go out, and if I do have to be in public, like if I go to a restaurant or something, I will try and make sure I am wearing my mask. I don't like to go, it's not that I could go out of restaurants all the time, but I do try to go to places where it's not like super packed, and I know they have an outdoor patio, because even though I don't live with anybody who could potentially get sick easily, I don't want to be the cause of affecting somebody who could potentially, you know, just be really sick, or you never know. So just, I'm trying to be cautious and go out as least as possible, but without stopping my life. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows first. I don't know, it's just habit. I try to do the opposite way. Like I try to do my foundation first and then my eyebrows, but it just feels so weird to me. So now I do my eyebrows first. And what I'm gonna use is, I got this NYX micro brow at Ulta when I went earlier, so I'm gonna use this one. I think I got the right color though. I hope so, because I forgot what color I usually get. So I hope this is the correct color. I got espresso in the shade espresso. Let's see. So I was online the other day. I'm so late to all of this. I was just catching up on the Simone drama, and I was like, wow. Two things. I have two different opinions when it comes to, I know everybody was like going at her when it came to her saying that she doesn't want a guy who works from 9 to 5 because of her the line of work that she does. I agree with her. I agree with her. Here's why. B. Simone's lifestyle is not like a regular lifestyle. It's not a normal lifestyle. So imagine her working, like being in a relationship with somebody from 9 to 5 who just doesn't have a free schedule like her, who doesn't have an open schedule like her. It makes things hard. Now, I'm not saying that someone working from 9 to 5 is bad. No, there are people who work from 9 to 5 and they make a lot of money, but their schedule's a little tighter. And I think that's what she meant. I think the message was there, the delivery was wrong. So a lot of people took it the wrong way because the delivery was just not, the delivery came out bad, but the message, I at least understood it as her wanting to be with somebody who can understand her schedule, who can understand her lifestyle. And let's face it, what they do in a person from 9 to 5 is very, very different. And that, I personally don't think it would work. Just my opinion. And I didn't understand why people got mad at her for that, but I think her delivery was very not good. So yeah. And when it came to the book, I think she, oh fuck, this is the wrong color, whatever. I think she should have, oh, what color is this? This is the wrong color. I got like brunette. This is not, why did I get brunette? I was supposed to get, I thought I grabbed espresso. This sucks. I found my other color, my Maybelline in deep brown. I love this one, the Maybelline Ultra Slim. I really like it. I'm just gonna use this one. Now, when it came to her book, that was not okay. And I saw a lot of people were saying like, oh, well, you know, other people plagiarize off of other people, blah, 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 blah. It still doesn't make it okay. Like, this whole book was copied. And I know she said that it was like, I think maybe like her company or whatever, the people she hired to like put together this book for her. She just gave them the idea and they put the book together for her. I think maybe her as an entrepreneur, she should have done her research a lot better. She should have looked at the book. She should have made sure it was an original idea. At the end of the day, that idea was stolen from somebody, and that person who actually wrote the original one should be getting credit. And it was very wrong of her to dismiss it so carelessly. I felt like she dismissed it really carelessly, and that's where she messed up. But we can all mess up, you know. But as a person, like I said, as an entrepreneur or whatever that she is, she should have done her research better when it came to searching up a company, like that company who was going to put together this book for her. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. I don't want to talk about like the what's her name? B. Simone drama too much, because at the end of the day, I don't know her. And I don't pay attention to gossip sites that much. They don't interest me like that. So I just kind of decided to comment on it because it was on Twitter for a very long time, and it was all over like my Instagram, and a friend of mine brought it up the other day, so I was like, huh, let me see, maybe I'll talk about it. But yeah, this is what I pretty much do with my eyebrows. I don't do too much. I think I have pretty good eyebrow shape, and I just fill in a lot, like a little bit of what to have to fill in, and go about my business. I like to measure from my eye. They say that like your eyebrow is supposed to come into the end of the tail, so that's how I measure. Like it's supposed to match your face. Later on, I'll go in and fill in with powder if I feel like it just needs to be a little darker. Let's see. And I'm just gonna conceal them, and then we'll go from there. We'll start on the rest of the makeup. So I'm gonna go with actually my Fenty Beauty primer, the original one, the first one that came out. One thing I was really curious about, like, or just that really interests me was, oh, that's a lot, whatever. All the femininity videos that I've seen on YouTube, and a lot of them I liked, and a lot of them I thought were a little like missed the mark, especially the ones that gave like one, like the ones that said, oh, you have to like wear pink, or you have to do makeup like this, or you have to wear makeup to be femininity. Like, I don't think that's the case at all. I think femininity is whatever makes you feel the most comfortable, whatever makes you feel most like beautiful in whatever state, whether that's without makeup, whether that's with makeup, whether that's with your eyebrows done, your lashes, the full thing, or whether that's no nails, no lashes, blah blah blah. To me, femininity is like whenever I have light makeup on and I'm like wearing really cute, comfortable sweats, and I'm just chilling, like, you know, that's femininity to me. That's my definition of femininity, when I feel cute, or just being at home, just relaxing, maybe like a light layer of foundation and hair pushed back. Like, I love my hair in a bun like this. That's when I feel most feminine. Like, to me, that's when I feel the most feminine. To me, that's my definition of femininity for me. So like, because I was watching some of them, and you know, they were like, you know, I put this really cute outfit, girly outfit. I was like, what am I doing? Am I doing this whole femininity thing wrong? Am I not feminine enough? But I was like, well, I feel the most cute when I'm doing other different stuff. So for anybody who saw that video and felt like they weren't girly enough or whatever, or feminine enough because of those videos that just kind of gave you the wrong idea, don't feel that way. Femininity is however you feel with, whenever you feel the most beautiful in your own skin, or even if you're doing the extra mile of things, that's your femininity for you. So I had to tell myself, it's like, wait a minute, not everybody's gonna have the same idea of femininity. So a lot of the videos, I was like, maybe they should have kind of said, hey, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But yeah, that was my take on that. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with the foundation. Don't worry if my foundation doesn't match. My foundation almost never does. So it is okay, people. I'm sure I will learn eventually, or maybe not. Let's see what else. And for concealer, I'm gonna use, I really like the I can find it, guys. I really like the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Even though I am oily as they come, I think it works fine for oily skin. I really do. And I don't use that much. So, gonna a little bit right here, a little bit right here. Like I started using less concealer. So that's about the amount that I start off with. If I feel like I need more, I'll go in and more. But I feel like this has really good coverage. Looks pretty. So can we talk about like this YouTube Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles drama? Ooh, lordy lord. Y'all, they got issues, like straight up. They have, I'm telling you right now, they all have issues. These people need help, honestly. I think they all need to step back, take a second to reevaluate what their inner circle or their friends list. They need to really take a second to look at their friends groups. Like, how is it that every 2 years there is some kind of weird drama with them? Every 2 freaking years, or every year, they'll have this weird drama. I don't know, it's the weirdest thing to me. Okay, so I'm just adding concealer. Yeah, I really like this concealer, guys. So if you're oily, try it out. I think it's great. I just listen, Jeffree Star, I feel like everybody, I don't know why people are surprised when they find out new things in regards to Jeffree Star. Sometimes I'm like, are you really surprised, or are you pretending to be dumb? Like, are you really surprised that there's more bullshit coming from his like department, from his people? Because I'm not. I'm like, oh yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. And like this whole, we're canceling him, we're canceling people, this cancel culture situation, like, when has cancel culture actually ever worked? When has it actually ever worked? I mean, I'll wait. Like, what about, like, what happened to the girl who, I think a while back ago, that she was like mistreating her dog or something on YouTube? Like, what happened to her? Did we just because I'm pretty sure she still has a platform. I'm positive. I haven't even checked, but I can tell you the girl probably still has a platform. The girl probably still making money off YouTube. Like, does cancel culture actually work? I see somebody getting canceled on Twitter every single day. So and so's over party. So and so's over party. But are they really getting canceled? Are they really? Are we really, like, what happens to these people? Because then they come out with their little BS apology videos and, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do this, blah blah blah, it wasn't me, I was young, it was a different time, blah blah blah. Okay. And with the like, in regards to Shane Dawson, y'all, did y'all really not see that? Like, the guy has always been off. The guy has always been off. He went about this, like, the guy has always just been off. He's always said some weird, like, stuff, and I'm like, did he really just say that? I for once am glad I was never on the bandwagon of Shane Dawson or whatever like that. But I remember watching a couple of his videos and I was like, some of the stuff this guy says is off the wall, or is it just me? Or I remember being like, some of the stuff, just thinking like, are people really okay that he just said that? I was like, okay, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just being hypersensitive, you know? And then when I saw that, like, the clip of him, like, with the Willow Smith video clip, I was like, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Being, how can I explain this? Of all the, like, the troubles and all the shitty, like, I know that he's mentioned, like, you know, he had a bad childhood, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't give you the right to do that. Dude, you are old enough to know better. Did he not think that, like, pretending to jerk off in front of an 11-year-old child was weird? In what world? In what world? Or making fun of Trayvon Martin was okay? In what world? And I blame that, honestly, a lot on a lot of people who encouraged it, a lot of people who allowed it, who never told him, like, hey, that's not okay. But then again, I don't know, I wasn't there, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. I'm just saying. And then when James Charles was getting canceled left and right for everything that, you know, video, we all saw that video, like, we all saw the Tati video. And then Jeffree Star said this, and then blah, 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 you know. It was like, whoa. I didn't think much of it. I don't really pay attention to any of that stuff. But now we're finding out, like, that they conspired against this kid, that they just being mean. Just being mean. I honestly think the Tati video, in my opinion, was very unnecessary. Here's why. Because when something like that happens, I wouldn't want to air that out on YouTube. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, what about you just aired out, like, your family stuff on my last video, if you guys haven't seen it. Yes, but that is my family. They're not family, they were friends. That was my family stuff, and my family's not public figures, so irrelevant, you know. But I felt like that should have been talked about amongst them. And if she felt so bad that he was being a predator, why not go to the cops? Go to the cops. Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see somebody have predatory behavior? Go to the cops. Why would you say that online? Go to the cops. You should have gone to the cops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Tati lovers. I'm sorry. I felt like that's where she was in the wrong. But, you know, it looks like he wasn't affected. He bounced back. He said what he had to say on his YouTube channel, and he bounced back, and he came back better than ever. So it's fine. That's my take on that. Did I even make sense? I don't know. I don't think I freaking did. Whatever. I also want to talk about, like, the Black Lives Matter movement. 2 years ago, this movement has been around for a while. 2 years ago, a lot of these people wouldn't have been caught dead saying anything about Black Lives Matter. Wouldn't have posted anything, wouldn't have said anything. And now it seems like everybody is saying something about it, or they're supporting. I just find it very weird. And when I say people, I mean celebrities. That's who I mean. When I say people, I mean celebrities, or people who are in the public eye. Yes, I'm calling y'all out. My thing is, has it become a fad to support Black Lives Matter? Has it become like the new trend? Has it become that? Because that's a huge disservice. Like, you're just going for the hype, or you're going because your followers are telling you, why are you posting this, why are you posting this, and then they post maybe like 1 or 2 things and then they're done. If you don't support it, just say you don't. But I understand that people have to, you know, that's how they make their money, blah 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 blah. But I think it became a fad, honestly, for people to support Black Lives Matter movement. It became a, let's see who can post more. Let's see who can post hashtag George Floyd. Let's see who can post BML as many times a day. When 2 years ago, you wouldn't have been caught dead posting any of that. Because let's face it, this isn't the first instance. We've had many George Floyds. We have had many people, Black people died at the hands of, you know, police brutality. Where were they then? What was the, I guess what I wanted to know in a lot of these new celebrities that came out of the woodwork to support Black Lives Matter is, where was the changing point that you said in your head, oh, now I'm going to support it? Why now? Why not before? Well, what's the difference between now and before? What changed for you? What changed for you? That's my genuine question. What changed for you? What made it change for you to say, oh, well, now I'm going to support it? That's why a lot of the people posting, I was very like, what? You weren't saying anything when Trayvon Martin got killed by George Zimmerman. You weren't saying anything when Sandra Bland was killed in jail. You weren't saying anything then. So what's the difference now? Is it that it's become a fad to support it? Is it because it's the cool thing to do now? Is that it? I don't know. Just the thought that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And I'm thinking about it a lot too when it comes to my Latin community. If you guys don't know, you probably don't know, I'm Colombian. I'm Latina. I was born in Colombia. I migrated here to the United States when I was 6. My whole family, as far as I know, they're all been born in Colombia. You know, I like to tell people that the slave ships didn't just come to America. They also went to South America, people. And Colombia, well, unfortunately, was a place that, of course, had slavery. Hello, I didn't get this pigment from being outside in the sun all day. So I've been seeing a lot of most of the Latin, like the younger generation of the Latin community, have been very vocal. Black Lives Matter, like they totally understand and they're being supportive. But there's the few. I saw this saying online. I think it was in Spanish, and it goes, here it goes, and I'll translate it. No hay nada más feo que un latino racista, porque por lo menos la persona blanca tiene el privilegio y la persona latina cree que tiene el privilegio, pero no lo tiene. Like saying there's nothing worse than racist, like Hispanic person, because at least a white person has that privilege, as opposed to you, a Latin person, believing you have that privilege or wanting to have that privilege, but you don't, as somebody of Caucasian ethnicity. And I've seen really like ugly comments coming from a lot of from people in our community too. It's like, why would you say that? Like, why? There's certain comments I'm like, why would you say that? Like, we're minorities, first of all. And here's how I see it. What right do I have first of all, what right do I have as a person who was not born here for me to dehumanize and criminalize African Americans in this country? If this country isn't even mine to begin with, I was not born here. So what gives you the right to do that? Now, I am not saying this is all of my Latino people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it about the few who feel entitled to dehumanize African American people. And a lot of the times, they are people who, no, you know what? It's not a lot of the times. It could go either way. They could be born here, or they could be not even born here. You know, I find that so weird. I find that so weird. And obviously there's, you know, I see people like, well, you know, African Americans do this to Hispanic, or vice versa too, because we're not gonna lie, vice versa too. I hear from both sides, or African American people say, well, Mexicans do this, blah, 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 blah. No, there are shitty people in every single culture, religion, everywhere. But I think we need to realize that if, like, the power we hold, if we come together, it'll be huge. So why can't we get over those differences? I'm sorry, I have to sneeze. Okay. So why can't we overlook that and come together? Enough. Because I've also been seeing online a lot of people saying, well, you know, the Latin community doesn't have racism. The Latin community doesn't have racism. I beg your pardon? Yes, it does. And it may be not hardcore racism, but better believe there's a shit ton of colorism. There is a shit ton of colorism. Look at our soap operas. Look at our novelas. Who's usually living in the nice lavish house? The blonde ones with the blue eyes. Who's usually the maid? The more like natives looking, the more Indian looking ones with the black hair. That's who. Have you, tell me of a soap opera. There are a few. Tell me of a soap opera where the lead has been an Afro-Latina. Tell me more than 3 where the lead has been an Afro-Latina. I have never seen that in my life. And I find it really weird that novelas don't channel our regular lives. Like, Afro-Latinas are that marginalized group of people, and so are people of, like, you know, Indios, native descent. So yes, there is colorism in the Latin community, and I think a lot of Latin people need to acknowledge that. They need to say, instead of just brushing it off, well, this doesn't happen in our countries. Yes, it does. Shut the fuck up. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You would like to think color doesn't matter because you haven't seen it, but yes, it does. The people who've experienced it, it happens to them. So we need to accept it. It does. It happens to me all the time. I've been waiting in line in like let's say the meat market, the Hispanic meat market, and I've heard people talk about me. And I've swiftly turned around and I addressed them in Spanish. That's rude, disrespectful. So don't tell me it doesn't happen. And I think a lot of the times it's the older generation as well. They don't understand what's going on. All they're seeing is on news channels like Telemundo and Univision are riots, but they're not understanding why it's happening. I had to explain it to my mother too as well. She didn't know schools were segregated at some point. It was a complete shock to her. She didn't know people were hung and lynched. I had to go online and show her pictures. She didn't know that. Like, you have to remember, our parents don't know that. Like, our grandparents, they don't know that. And we as a Latino community, we have to teach them. We have to tell them, like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. so they can better understand. That was a big rant. I am so sorry. I feel like I'm very passionate about that part. I pretty much wish everybody could come together and like love and peace and everything, but it's hard if you don't understand, and I think a lot of people aren't willing to sit down and listen to somebody else's point of view. All it takes is a sit down and listen. Right, let me finish my face. I think I'm gonna go with this brown color. Just do like a lip color. But yeah, that's my take on that. I know I rambled a little bit, but that was just my take on that. Felt like it needed to be said, and I felt like a lot of the bigger Latino influencers that are out there, they need to say it too. Like, they need to speak up about it. But they don't, and I don't know why. But whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna finish doing my face. Whoa, personality changed. Using this brown. I think I'm gonna do something very light and neutral. I don't want to do too much, also because I'm not going anywhere. This is, I guess we'll call this like my go-to makeup because it's cute and it's easy and it's fast. Oh, another thing that I did want to talk about too. That one family, that one YouTube family who returned the baby that they adopted. What? And I've been seeing a lot of people say, well, you know, she didn't know that, like, I read her statement, and she said she didn't know that he was gonna have so many issues, blah 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 blah. What do you mean you didn't know he was gonna have so many issues? Isn't that what you were told when you were adopting him? What? That they didn't know it was gonna be so costly? First of all, you're making money off this kid. You chose to adopt a kid with special needs. Then I felt like you just returned this baby like a dog. Like, kids are not dogs. If you, first of all, adopting a kid with special needs is a huge deal, and I felt like that family didn't think about it hard enough. Like, they were just like, let's adopt a kid with special needs. Sure, that's fine, let's do it. And they did it. She really should have thought about it a lot harder before she adopted that kid. When you adopt a kid, that's forever. There are so many kids out there who need love, who wish they could have been adopted. And like, that kid's always gonna remember that. You may not think he does because he's special needs, but he is. Of course he is. I'm fully believe that he will. And it made me sick to my stomach when they said they returned him, like if he's a fucking dog. Like, what? I don't understand. And I really tried. I was like, well, maybe I couldn't make it. I was like, no, maybe they were going through this, maybe they were going through that. I was like, and at the end of the day, I still didn't understand it. I still didn't get it. Having a kid with special needs is such a huge responsibility on its own that they should have considered that. Like, and let's not lie to ourselves, I am sure they are making good enough money off YouTube. I am positive. You couldn't hire any more help. You couldn't. I'm sure they had enough money to hire more help. Whether you needed 2 extra nannies or 3 extra nannies, you could have hired that help. You could have that help, but they chose not to. They chose to give up on that kid. That's how I saw it. They chose to give up on him, which was very sad. And I feel for the kid, honestly. That was just not okay for me. That was not okay at all. I don't know how anybody sees it as okay, but maybe I'm exaggerating. Who knows? Maybe I'm just being extra. Maybe, I don't know, but I saw it differently. I got a little closer because I wanted to do kind of like I'm gonna try to do like that little like eyeliner, but with shadow, or just like a little line. See if it works. I don't think it's working. I don't think I'm doing this right, y'all. I'm not doing it right. I suck at this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put a little bit down here at the waterline. Not the waterline. My eye. Freaking eye. Go like that. So if you have a bit of a dark, sultry eye, you know what I'm saying? I just got a whole bunch of powder, like eyeshadow powder. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put a little bit of this because it's like spilling over. And then I want to add some like color. I think I'm gonna use this one. This one's really pretty. Let me swatch it for you guys. It's really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's really pretty. I'm gonna use my finger. I think it'll look really pretty if I use it right here in like the middle. Just keep it in the middle. Ooh, I like it. Try not to get it in my lashes because it'll be poo-poo to get it out later, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but that looks really pretty. I like it. And then I'm gonna go back in with that same brown that I used all over my lid to just buff it out a little bit more, to have it blend in a little bit more. Yeah, I'll just buff this out. Now for bronzer, honestly for bronzer, I ran out of the Fenty Beauty one. That's my favorite so far. But I do like this one, the True Complexions. I love this shade. Oh, fudge, I'm out of it. I love this shade. I think I have another one though. I think I have another, oh, I do. It's back here. Yeah. I love this as bronzer. And then I just go all over my face. Down on my neck, because remember this foundation is a little lighter, or should I say way lighter. Just get it right here. My temples. I like to put a little bit here because it's weird because my two different shades. Put a little bit on my nose. I like to be as efficient as possible with makeup. I don't like to follow too many steps. I be on a rush. I'll be ready to go sometimes, guys. I just am. I feel like this video is gonna be really long, which is good. For blushy blush, I've been really loving blush lately. I'm gonna use this one I just bought at Ulta as well. It's from Revlon. And I like how pink it is. It's called Tickle Pink. 014. Tickle me pink. Let's see. Oh, I'm scared. I usually... That's a lot. I usually wear darker blushes, but I feel like... Ooh. That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I like to put a little bit on my nose. That's pretty. I really like that. I really, really like that. That's really pretty. Ah, I love blush. Right now, I'm actually going to spray my face because I feel like it's really, really, really dry. But that's what I like because I live in Houston, Texas, and it's humidity up the booty. So the trick is to just keep putting setting spray. I should have done it as I was adding more layers, but it's okay. I was talking. So okay, clearly I went extra, and I just blow it a little bit, make sure it dries. Once my face is dry, I am going to add some highlight. I think I'm gonna go and use the Fenty Beauty and Rum. I really like this shade. I think it's really pretty. Use just this one. I like to put it in the back of my hand too, just to warm it up. I don't know, I don't really like to put it straight on my face because it comes up a little weird. So just add. Oh, that's pretty. I like this. I still love the glue. A little bit right here. That's pretty. Now for lips. I think I'm gonna do, let's do, I think I'm gonna do a nude lip. I'm gonna do the KKW Nude 2 because I couldn't find Nude 3. So I got Nude 2 last time. But Nude 2 works fine too. My lips are dry. Should have put on some freaking chopstick. Jesus, Lish. Jesus. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. The lipstick. I'm always really messy with these. I don't know why. And for lips, I guess we'll keep the theme of lips. I'm gonna use the KKW 3.5 Nude because why not? I really do like these. They're really smooth. No, guys, I almost broke it. Very rough sometimes. Yeah, that looks really pretty. I like that. I just knocked down a whole bunch of stuff. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go in with another, the NYX in Nutmeg, and just go around like that. Should I leave it like this, or should I make it glossy? I think I'll make it glossy, just to give it a cute little, just to give both options. Even though this KKW one is pretty creamy, like, you guys might want to see like a glossy look. So for the glossy, I'm gonna use this NYX Butter Gloss in Praline that I got today at Ulta as well. Final look. Thank you guys for watching and listening with me. I really do appreciate it. If you like, subscribe, or if you don't want to, just comment, like, share, whatever floats your boat. That's cool with me. Thank you guys for watching.